Hello and welcome. My name is Mary Hunter. I'm chair of the Clatsop County Democrats. Thanks for coming today. We're excited to get to know you a little bit better. Could you please tell me your name and the position you're running for?
Yes, my name is Meagan Hughes, and I am running for the Seaside City Council in Ward 4.
Okay, and what has moved you to take on this role in your community?
I have attended several city council meetings. I have watched plenty more on Zoom, and I've really enjoyed seeing how active the community of Seaside is in its local politics. So many people are willing to come to those council meetings, put in their time, use their voice to state their issues. And I don't always see that translated into action from the council. And I think that if we had a
Mhm.
more balanced perspective on council, that more momentum could get started and more issues can move towards solutions.
Mhm. And what experience or background do you have that you feel prepares you for this position?
Well, I am currently on the Seaside Library Board. I've been serving there for
Mhm.
about 3 years now. And I think it has really been a great stepping stone for this new move, especially in the last year. We've really gotten a lot more attention, and we've had some issues come up that we've had to work together with City Council on. And so that has been great preparation for me. I've also done a couple of terms on the Oregon Realtor State Board and some of their key committees, like their diversity committee. I've chaired their mentorship subcommittee, and that's also been great experience and preparation. And long ago, when I lived in Cannon Beach, I was on their Community Food Systems Board of Directors. And so that's kind of more of a council environment. You have a lot of people that you're working together with and hearing different opinions from. And I think that that was really helpful as well.
Okay. And then Seaside. A major issue there, possibly the major issue, is the unhoused. Finding a way to accommodate those folks. There's that campground that's been very contentious. I'm wondering what, as a city council person, what thoughts do you have about dealing with that issue?
You're right. It really does feel like it's coming to a tipping point in Seaside right now. When you look across the state at the amount of money each county is spending on their unhoused, Clatsop County ranks very low on that list. And I think that decision not to dedicate resources to our unhoused population is starting to catch up with us. And we are lucky enough to have some, excuse me, some organizations in our community willing to help out on that, like Esperanza Village, which is going to be operated by the Clatsop Community Action. It opens tomorrow. And so I think the city
Mm.
has a great learning opportunity there where we can kind of peek in and see what's working for them, what maybe needs to be tweaked a little. And when they're starting to get their own plan together, we can look at that as a background and hopefully help make a more comprehensive plan for the city. But I do think it's going to have to be a multifaceted approach because something needs to be done immediately. We're going to need support systems in place to meet people where they are, either no barrier or very low barrier, something to just kind of stop the situation from getting worse, to stop the rising conflicts between the neighbors and the unhoused, something where people can really feel like they can work together towards a solution. And then we also need to be planning for the future for transitional housing and creating pathways to permanent housing. But I think that the key, what is going to really help us out of the situation in the end, is looking way long term and seeing, is there a place where we can stop people from losing their housing in the beginning? It's much more cost effective. It's much easier. It's much quicker if we can stop someone from losing their housing as opposed to having to help them get new documents, new identification, and get out of the system of being unhoused.
Mhm. And you had mentioned that Clatsop County ranks fairly low in spending. Do you have, I mean, that's interesting to me. I'm not drilling you on it, but do you happen to have information as far as where?
I don't have the data on me, but I think we are actually the bottom.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that low.
pretty low.
And there's not a small amount of counties.
No, and we're all dealing with this issue.
Hmm.
And we've just been putting it off, I think.
Yeah, and we feel that, of course, in Astoria also. So,
Mhm.
um, so, other issues facing Seaside. What do you feel are other prominent issues? I mean, you mentioned the library.
Mhm.
If you want to expand on that or talk about some other issues.
Absolutely. I think protecting the freedoms that we have in place is crucial, like the library, a free, open public library. Um, our childcare situation, we are doing a lot better than some of the other towns in the communities, the surrounding communities, but we still need more childcare and we still need more affordable housing. Our workforce right now is really struggling to find places to live and find solutions that work for their families so that they can work those hours that they need. And then in turn, our businesses are struggling to staff. So I think that affordable housing and access to childcare are two really pressing issues.
Yeah, actually, they regularly rank at the top of polls that we do,
Mhm.
housing and childcare. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's
It's the everyday issues that you need for your life to function.
yeah, and I mean, I think we all know people that have had to move because they couldn't find housing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's all I have for my prepared questions. Is there anything you would like to add?
Um, I would just like to add that I really appreciate the Democrats holding this and giving everyone this forum. I know that City Council is not affiliated with a party. It's a nonpartisan position, but it is great that you are having this so early in the race so that people can really get to know who the contenders are.
Great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So that's all I have. So thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you around.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate your time.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.